Tonight is my icebreaker. I chose to do my icebreaker tonight for two reasons. One, I wanted to get it over and done with. And as my family knows me, I like to jump into things full blast. I thought long and hard on this subject, and the topic of my icebreaker is the growth of a man. And I'll explain to you throughout talking about this how the growth of a man comes about. I was born and raised in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. The reason why I was born in St. Thomas is because my mother got pregnant by my dad, and back when I was born in 1963, the aspect of an Italian, Sicilian-American man being with a black woman from the islands was a no, even in New York City. So I was raised in St. Thomas, and due to some things that my dad went through in his life, it was easier for me to be there. I finally came back to New York and was raised with my family. I had a great life as a kid in retrospect, but I've also had some harrowing things happen to me. Now I'm going to get on the good part real quick, but I'm not going to discount the bad part, because as things were harrowing, very harrowing at times for me, I had to learn to adjust to my family. I don't have a normal family. But then I've gone through trials and tribulations. I've been married twice. One marriage got annulled, so thankfully it doesn't count. I've had some beautiful children. I came to Charlotte, and I got married and met a very beautiful woman who gave me my daughter. But the one thing that she did for me was she raised me to be a man. I have done some things to her that were very harrowing. She stood by my side. She raised me to be a man because she kept giving me the opportunities not to make mistakes. And whether she's here or she's not, I was going to have to speak because I had to prepare. She gave me children that I loved. She taught me how to raise my children to be a better father. She taught me how to be a better husband. She's now currently teaching me to be a good husband and a great lover, understanding that it's not all physical. But the one thing that she's done for me is she's kept me alive. And the reason why I say that is because I had an idea that at 40, I wasn't supposed to be here. I am now 48 years old. I'm a grandfather. I have a beautiful relationship with my kids. I have a beautiful son. And I have the freedom and the confidence to do me because she has my back. And I had to learn that she raised a man. Now my father raised a man. My stepfather raised a man. My mom raised a man. My wife raised a man. They each provided something different in my life. I was hard-headed and difficult with all of them. I had to learn some trials and tribulations on my own, and I still was successful in life. I got to go to an all-boys Catholic high school. I got to go play football at Michigan State University. I had the roar of a crowd. I had to give up the roar of the crowd. I had to give up the adulation of individuals who don't love me. But they loved who I was, not who I am. I've done some things to defend this country that I'm proud of, and would do it again if I had to. The one thing that I learned by being raised by my wife is how to love unconditionally. To me, love was always something about individuals doing something for you and what you can give for them. And I had to stop that. So, the overall aspect of me standing here tonight is because I had the confidence to come do this. I had been saying for so long that I wanted to join Toastmasters, and I always procrastinated. One of the things my wife doesn't like. But because we were in the smoothie shop, as I was taking her to work, that's where I got the card from to come here. And I walked in here last week, and I got embraced and I got loved. And I got welcomed. And that is how you raise a man. Not with violence, not with anger. You raise him with a consistently strong hand, and you constantly put him back on his course. In summation, I'll say this. Men are stupid. Men are hard-headed. But we all would. We're like a good dog. If you feed us and rub our stomachs every now and then, we'll always come home. And we won't stray too far off the yard. That is Jaye Ice Alexander in a nutshell. Is that right? All right then. Okay. I need for individuals to make their comments on the ballot form. Ms. Jones, Ms.
Yes.
Jackie Jones will be doing the best aspect of evaluating both speeches. And then I'll ask Ms. Laura to evaluate them also, since she's the most senior member. But first, I'd like for everybody to definitely vote on your ballot for best speaker. Oh, and I need my Thomas report first. Miss City, I need the Thomas report.
Okay.
Thomas report.
Okay. Goodness. Like right now? Like, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Lady Tamika had 5 minutes and 31 seconds. And Mr. Daddy Sir had 5 minutes even.
I had how many?
5 minutes even.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Mr. Daddy Sir. That's
Mr.
what I
Daddy Sir.
said.
Okay. So now I'm going to have everyone please pass their ballots in to our official timekeeper.
Listen,
Yes.
we don't usually vote on icebreakers, but we can
I would like
if people want to. I mean, usually because we just want you to get up there and just do it and not feel
How do you feel about that?
judged. But that would be up to you. Okay, I
I'd like
want you all to feel
Yes.
comfortable with,
Of course.
because we don't typically do that, but we're.
Well, let's do that.
Okay.
Pass this in. Now, I'm going to introduce Miss Jackie Jones,
Yes.
our future attorney, our future, hopefully, administrative judge in Charlotte, North Carolina, since we have a background in employee benefits. Ms. Jackie Jones will be an evaluator, and she will basically speak. And how long does she have to speak for?
We usually do 2 to 3 minutes, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to
You don't have
do
to.
anything formal. We do kind of like it's like a little mini speech, things that were good, things that kind of like a sandwich method, good points, areas of opportunity, and then some good points again.
On everybody? On me and Jay?
We usually one person do each one, but I mean, we're very informal tonight, so whatever you feel comfortable talking about.
Whatever you want.
Okay, well, I have notes here.
Well, come
You
on.
better-
Yeah, good job. I love it.
All right. Welcome, Ms. Jackie Jones. Evaluator.
Tamika, I really like your volume and your eye contact. I thought that was fantastic. And your hand gestures were not like distracting. I really like that a lot. So. And Jay, I like your volume as well because it's a little bit noisy with the air thing going on. And I want you to smile more.
I'm working on that. Thank you.
But I mean, that pronunciation was great for the people, and I really like that. You guys sound like you've been doing this forever. This is your second time.
Second time.
It's fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You want to let Laura off?
Yes, I'm definitely going to let Miss Laura. I'm going to bring Miss Laura up to come on up here.
Sure.
Because I definitely want to hear Miss Laura's feedback. So,
All right. I'll give you feedback on your speech.
on everybody, on both.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I know.
Okay.
We get to vote on them too.
No, not vote, but we give what we felt individually
Yeah.
for the speaker.
Okay.
Right.
Is that, yeah, we get that. And y'all come up, they come up and
No, just pass it.
Just to pass, just to have something right.
Oh, okay.
Toastmaster.
Thank you very
All
much,
right,
Ms. Laura.
I always think about Toastmasters in terms of 2 camps of people. There are people who come here because, like me, they just want to puke when they think about speaking because they get very nervous. Then there are other people who seem really comfortable speaking and they just kind of want to fine-tune it and perfect it. And I think actually both of you kind of fall into that category. The second category is really seeming comfortable and relaxed and maybe just wanting to fine-tune some things. I think both of you actually have a really comfortable, relaxed sort of presentation. It's almost like you're just talking, which is great, very conversational. Did a wonderful job. I think that the smiling is good eye contact. And one thing that we learned is that you're supposed to hold eye contact as long as you make a point. I think that feels a little intense sometimes, but I think both of you did a great job of really using that eye contact. Because this is Toastmasters and we like to give some feedback as well, it was great. One thing I would maybe point out is, I think sometimes when you really got on a roll, you got speaking really quickly. And that's something that we all need to work on. So it's something to think about sometimes, just slowing it down. Because you definitely were prepared, you knew what you were saying, did a great job. I think sometimes, when you just, especially when you're watching the timer and you're trying to get everything in, it's one thing to work on. But great job. Look forward to hearing lots more from you.
Did we
One other,
qualify?
sorry?
Did we qualify?
You both did, you both did. Yeah, you both did.
Oh, okay.
And one little pearl was that I think you did a great job. I can tell that your style is definitely more of the, big gestures and dramatic, which is wonderful. And I think maybe you were holding back a little bit on your first speech. And I can tell, I think it's speech number 5 or 6 deals with gestures and I think you're going to be great.
Thank you.
So, wonderful job, both of you guys.
Thank you very
We'll
much.
cut back to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Timer's report, please. Timer's report. Did everybody qualify for that 1 minute? Ma'am?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Noted how long they spoke? Okay.
Okay. Grammarian's report?
Our grammarian's report. I'm just going to give the report from right here.
Yes.
Tamika used the word the day twice. Even in her speech, which is amazing to do that, to be able to incorporate it into speech. Jay used it once. I don't think anybody else used it. Great use of the word. We weren't as tight today with really counting the number of ums, ands, and so's, especially because it was icebreakers, but I really didn't notice a whole lot. Did you all? There weren't that many. Maybe a couple little here and there, but nothing really glaring. So, wonderful job.